Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to create an advanced configuration file for your iiRcade console. Now most games aren't going to need something like this, but occasionally you're going to run into a game that isn't playable with a joystick. Maybe it uses a trackball, maybe it uses a spinner, a steering wheel, pedals, analog controls, just something that's not a joystick and buttons. So today, like I said, I'm going to show you how to set up a configuration so you can play these games on your iiRcade. Now the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to start the game up and map the controls. So for starters, we're going to use Marble Madness. So just start MAME. I did MAME 64 Marble, and it gives you your warning. Just hit the key. Alright, now that the game's started up, press Tab and go down to Input, this machine. And right here you got all your controls. Now, in this case we want to change track X analog increment and decrement. So we're going to go to increment, we're going to set that to D, set decrement to A, and it doesn't really matter what you set these to as long as you remember what does what, you're good to go. Then we're going to change track Y, let's set it to S and W. And just so we got both of them, let's do it here too, on track 2. And as far as the start and coin buttons are concerned, a lot of the times you don't need to map those. Those will just go with the stock iiRcade mapping. The main thing you need to map is whatever kind of control doesn't work. So in this case, I'm only going to map the trackball. Now we hit escape to back out, and hit escape again. And if you want to, you can go ahead and test the game. I'm going to go ahead and pop in a quarter and hit start. As you can see, I'm moving the marble around with the W, A, S, and D keys, so our mapping works. So we're going to exit out of the game now, just hit escape. Okay, now that we're back here, just do CD, CFG, and then explorer.exe space dot, and that'll open your config folder. Now if you look through here, you should be able to find the config that we just generated right here, marble.cfg. So go ahead and take that and open it up in Notepad++, Notepad, Visual Studio Code, whatever it is you're using. And here's your XML. Now on my system, I got to remove this stuff here with the video and the counters. You don't have to remove the counters, that's just how many coins you got in there. But I have to remove the video one because I use multiple screens and that'll mess up on your iiRcade. Anyway, now that we've got it down to just the input section, you notice it's got the same references as it did in there, P1 trackball X, trackball Y, and so on. And then here's the keys that we mapped. So now we're going to go over to this list of iiRcade buttons, and I'm going to put these in the description, that way everybody has them. And let's say we want to map joystick right, that's Joy-Code 2, hat 1 right. So go ahead and highlight that and copy it. Then highlight your old key code and paste it over that. And then you just want to go through here and do this with all of them. I'm just going to type them in because that's faster. And there's an important thing to note here. You'll notice player 1's controls all start with Joy-Code 2. And player 2's controls all start with Joy-Code 1. This, I don't know if iiRcade screwed up and then just decided at the last minute to remap things in software. Maybe they got things wired up backwards. I'm not sure, but either way, just remember that player 1 is Joy-Code 2 and player 2 is Joy-Code 1. So we're going to copy one from Joy-Code 1 now. And we're going to go over here to player 2 trackball, and we're going to fix it up the same way we did the last one. And there we go, that's all there is to creating the config. And now that we've got our config file created, the next step is to push it to the cabinet. So for that, go ahead and open up my iiConfig tool. You want to select your device from the list, take your config file and drop it on there, and hit the push button. And if all goes well, that config file is now in your cabinet and your game is ready to play.